Silver, she's a Grand Prix dressage rider, and Bettina Hoy to find the key to getting the best out of this mare in the first phase. They've yet to break the 30 barrier, but if they can better their first phase score of 35.5 from Kentucky, they could be in with a very good chance. It's not going to be dressage competition, but a good score will stand you in good stead. This mare looks
great,
completely different.
Yeah, well, and there's been Silva and Bettina have been in the mix here, the great Bettina Hoy. Maybe she just told him to look pretty going down the center line.
Look pretty.
And
that's the one. That's the one.
But really looks fantastic. And, you know, Boyd is just such a busy man, and they just welcomed their third child. So we know that there's probably not a lot of sleep going on at the house with a newborn baby.
I just had to, you know, we'll leave it there. But when you said he was such a busy man and then welcomed his third child, he is a busy man on the eventing circuit. A lot of horses to ride.
I think we're getting to the end of a long day.
Also just welcomed his third child into the world.
I love that angle there of that half pass. You can really see the swing in the step, and she looks so soft and comfortable across the top line. Really lovely to see, and just very, very impressive. And that's the thing with Boyd. He's such a worker, and beautiful across there. And he's just going to leave no stone unturned. He's going to be, you know, I remember an interview that Silva, somebody asked her, well, is it difficult coaching your husband? And she said no, because Boyd's great, because he just wants to get better. He doesn't have an ego about it. He just wants to get better all the time, and that's the attitude you have to have at the top level.
Yeah, just went backwards into the middle of the arena rather than straight in that rein back. All three judges would have seen that. Now remember, On Cue winning 2 years ago was a mare as well. She won with a dressage score 25.0, added nothing to that from the rest of the competition. She finished on her dressage score. And On Cue she was a different mare in the dressage, wasn't she? She was totally different. But Boyd working with the maestros that are Silva and Bettina, I mean, I haven't seen this mare go, I mean, I don't really want to jinx it, but I'm going to touch wood now. I haven't seen this mare go quite so well in the trot work.
And it's interesting, originally Boyd had, I think, 3 horses entered in the 5-star, and ended up with just the one here. But also have so many horses entered at a top competition, maybe just spending a few days really focusing just on this mare has been helpful as well.
Yeah, there was a little bit up and back in that flying change, but again, she might have felt claustrophobic on the short side against the boards. Time will tell when we go and see this mare jump in the open. And she's very good cross-country. She wouldn't necessarily be the fastest, but Boyd will have got her fit for this event. He would have got her in peak condition, peak fitness. She has had the odd rail down in the show jumping, but she's a pretty good jumper on the whole as well. And I wouldn't have thought her coming here would have been his, you know, top horse. Wouldn't have been his first choice of horse that he would have thought, well, you know what, she's going to be the one that's going to lead after dressage. But my goodness me, he is pulling out all the stops, and she is answering the questions.
Yeah, he's doing a really great job here. A couple little miscommunications here and there, but all in the effort of trying. And here's stretching down.
Just watching her there, she's just blowing bubbles out of her lips, and she's clearly concentrating very hard and thinking about those flying changes that are coming up. And we've got 2 more coming with a little bit of a twist and a little bit of a screw in the middle, but she did do it. She's just got that tension, and she did go hind leg first, but it was way too early.
Well, she's a big rangy mare, and again, you know, trying to compress so that you get the power, you get the bounce to get that nice clean change, but she doesn't find it the easiest. But the trot work, to me, is the best I've ever seen. And it's really incredible.
Totally agree. And the halt, a perfect square halt to finish.